What's up, guys? JR Raymond back again with BowlerX.com here, and we just took a look at the track, the new track, Intuition. Saw that out on the lanes, looks pretty dang good. And now we're going to take a look at the Baller from Columbia300, their new release. This one is 252052, which is a little bit higher RG, so it should be a cleaner core. It shouldn't start up quite as quick as what this one did. And even though this one has a duller cover, this one still has the stronger numbers. So we will see what this one does compared to this, but according to the numbers, this core is actually a little bit weaker than the Intuition. But because of the surface, which we all know now is the most important part of the ball, the cover stock and the surface itself is what actually sees the lane and creates the friction, this ball still could outhook this one by a mile. We don't know. But we're going to put holes in it. We're going to find out. So stay tuned. So this is actually a pretty good learning moment here. If you take a look at these two balls as we lay them out, you'll notice where the CG is, where that T is, and notice where the other mark is down below. Both of these balls are asymmetric bowling balls. And if you look at them from the naked eye, they look like different layouts because look, this is the CG here, so it's to the left of the grip, and this is the CG here. It's to the right of the grip quite a bit. Much different, but the pin location is identical. They're both 55 by 4.5 by 35. So the pin is going to be in the exact same spot on both balls. And the mass bias down here is going to be in the exact same spot on both balls. Where this is at this point in day and age does not matter anymore, because all that's telling you is basically where a heavy part of the ball is, in a way. That's the center of gravity of the bowling ball, and it's going to determine your top weight. And, you know, back in the day when you had that 1 ounce rule, you couldn't have, you know, a certain amount of weight on one side versus the other, which still today it is 3 ounces one side to the other and top to bottom, but it doesn't matter nearly as much, mostly because it doesn't affect ball reaction at all. So the most important part is where the pin is according to your positive axis, and where the mass bias is according to your positive axis. So both of these balls are identical. Even though they look different, they are the same. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I've got the Baller from Columbia300 here. We're going to throw about 10 shots or so with it non-stop, so you can see exactly what that ball does on a typical 42-foot house pattern here at Classic Lanes. I'm going to have a little bit of background music on this because I have to drown out the music that's in the background that you hear back here, because otherwise I get a copyright strike for that, and I can't do that. So you're going to hear a little bit of background music in between and all that, just to drown out this other music, but you should still be able to hear my voice through all this whole thing. So we're going to throw the Baller, brand new, released today, or at least announced today. Will be coming to you soon. All right, so we got the Baller. Let's see if we can start a little bit straighter like normal. I always try to start in that like 11, 12, 13 range going down lane. Just to kind of see what it does when I get a little bit straighter. Get a little bit straighter up the lane and, you know, take some hand out of it, see if it's still going to go through the pins, see if it's still going to hook off the dry, or if it's going to, you know, if you miss left a little bit, if it's going to go 60 feet. That's one of the things you don't want. You don't want to miss left and watch the ball back up the entire way, because all that oil is concentrated there in the middle. So let's try and throw that shot again, see if we can roll it a little bit more and get it to go through the pins. Yeah, so that's a little bit better. So this ball is actually super clean. For a duller ball, it is super clean. That's surprising. I was able to hit the pocket the first 2 shots with it. So, and those were literally the first 2 shots that I've thrown with this ball. But you can see the layout. I know you saw it already in the beginning of the video, but this is your standard pin up 4.5 inch layout. So let's see what happens if I move a little bit left. Wow. So I'm kind of speechless, only because you see it kind of scoot through the front, and almost like it picks up speed, and then it kind of jerks a little bit down lane. It doesn't really jerk, so I guess jerk's not the right word.
but it's really, really aggressive off of it. I'm gonna keep going left and see what we can get out of it. Now, and this is legit. Like, this is literally the first shots I've thrown with this ball. And this is with my weaker hand position. So I'm kind of excited to see what I can do with this ball as I go left. And this is the one, right? I think this is the one that's got a little bit lower differential. It's not quite as high. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Oh, I drilled this ball yesterday. You saw the video in the beginning. That was actually yesterday. So let's see if I can keep going left. I'm going to keep that same hand position so that way we can see if we can get it to flat 10. Wow. So it's continuing even with a weaker rolling hand position. So it's more, if I say so myself, this is acting more like a, you know, mid-range storm ball. And that means something when I say that, because it's really hard to find a bowling ball that is clean through the front and still hooks down lane and goes through the pins. I've seen quite a few other company bowling balls where they're clean through the front and they hook down lane, but they hook stop. They almost like they hook and then they go forward and then they deflect. This ball's not doing that. This ball's actually going through the pins. This ball's continuing through the pins. And I know that's a word that everybody likes to use, is continuous, but this is a time when I can actually use that word. So I'm gonna keep the same hand position, keep going left a little bit. See if I can't get that flat 10 to show up. That's gotta do it. Okay, swish 7, flat 10, same difference. So now, finally getting into a point where I need to get a little bit stronger with my hand. So let me see if I can get a little bit stronger with my hand, get that 7 pin and the 10 pin to fall. I'm nervous now. As you can see, I've got the owners of BowlerX in front of me here watching me this whole time. Lee and Krista, boy, trying to make this as good as possible for them. All right, hand around it just a little bit stronger. Yeah, that's better. So that one I even missed in a little bit and it still floated through there, which is pretty typical on a league pattern. But a lot of times, especially for me, when I get on a league pattern, a bowling ball, when I miss left, likes to do what I talked about earlier. It likes to scoop and go 60 feet and almost back up the rest of the way. And that's when I leave those blower 7-10s and flat 10s, swisher 7s, all that good garbage. Throw a few more shots, keep going left. Get my hand around it again. Ooh, that one's left too. All right, I gotta stop missing left. I'm gonna try and throw one a little bit further right. Wow, I can't believe this. All right, this ball, I must just match up with this ball really well on this pattern right now. This thing's pretty sick. All right, we're gonna get this one to the right. There we go. Oh, and it still boomerangs. Like, have I not? Yeah, the swish 7. I didn't strike with the swish 7 and the first shot I flat 10 playing straighter. So otherwise, this video is already going better than my last few reviews because this ball's striking. Like the other ones, I could get them to strike, but I didn't strike often. You were seeing an awful lot of bad shots. All right, we're gonna get in front of the ball return. This is where the test is. This is where a lot of people like to see. If it's gonna hook from here, you got yourself a winner. I like it. I don't know about you guys, but everything I'm seeing out of this ball so far is really good. I'm gonna try, just because I'm curious, I'm gonna try and go back right where I was flat 10 that first shot. Maybe even a little further right than that and see if I can't dump it up like 10 and see if it, because that's where the dry is. We're gonna see if we can't shove it through there and get it to strike still. Oh, it tried. It tried. But as you can see, this ball, another ball, I would imagine that as a manufacturer, the goal is to come out with bowling balls that are versatile, that are gonna allow you to play straighter. They're gonna be good for all types of bowlers. And I think if this is gonna be, if I had to guess, this is one of those balls that's gonna be good for all types of styles. Now, I'm not a high rev guy. I'm not a low rev guy. But you see when I get a little bit straighter, I can get my hand come out of it a little bit and it still looks pretty good going through the lane, going through the pins. So if I were you, I would probably go and pre-order one of these. But wait just a minute, because I'm gonna actually do another video here. We're gonna test drive another ball, a new track ball, so you can get yourself a twofer. You can go and pre-order a couple of these balls over at BowlerX.com. So you can order 2 of them at the same time, pre-order both of them for when they come out, because they were just announced today. So stay tuned, go check out that other video to see the new track ball as well, and then go check out all the other videos that we've done on this channel as well, and subscribe, like, comment, do everything you have to. Share this around so people can see exactly what we're doing at BowlerX.com here for you bowlers, so you can see exactly what you're getting out of all these pieces of equipment from all the different types of manufacturers. So stay tuned and we will see you guys later.